Hey guys, I'm Jennifer. Today in my kitchen we are making mixed berry crumble bars. These are half breakfast and half dessert and they are so good. We are going to make these oatmeal cookie bars and we're going to stuff them with strawberries and blueberries that have been sweetened with a little bit of sugar. I used to make a variation of these all the time at the bakery that I used to work at. They are so good and easy. They're made with ingredients that you're going to have normally in your pantry. They're going to be in the oven in less than 15 minutes, so let's get started. For the cookie portion of the mixed berry crumble bars, you'll need 1 stick of unsalted butter, and we want this to be room temperature, 3/4 cup of packed light brown sugar, 1 cup of rolled oats, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/8 teaspoon or a pinch of salt. The first thing we're going to do is work with our dry ingredients. So I'm going to add our baking soda and our salt to our dry ingredients, and we're just going to mix these all together. Now that all my dry ingredients are incorporated, I'm going to add in my stick of room temperature unsalted butter. Now we're just going to mix everything together, just pressing the room temperature butter into our oat and flour mixture until everything is combined into a nice soft crumble. Now our crumble is done and it's nice and soft, but you can tell that it's ready because it sticks together like cookie dough. Now that our crumble's done, we can start working on the filling. So, now it's time to make the filling. I'm going to use a combination of strawberries and blueberries. Feel free to use all blueberries or all strawberries or raspberries, blackberries. Use whatever your heart desires. For the filling, you're going to need about 2 cups of fresh fruit. I'm using half blueberries and half strawberries. You'll also need 1/3 cup of sugar, some cornstarch, and you'll need some freshly squeezed lemon juice. Alright, so we got our fresh berries and we are ready to go. So I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of cornstarch. And this is because as our filling bakes, that fruit is going to release a lot of its own juices. So we add the cornstarch to make sure that the mixture doesn't get too runny. To this, I'm also going to add my sugar. Now we're going to add sort of our secret ingredient, which is some fresh lemon juice. I'm going to add about a couple tablespoons. And this is really going to brighten up these bars. It's going to add something that you might not know what it is, but it's going to be that brightness from the lemon juice. I've got my spatula. Now we're just going to gently mix this all together. And if you don't have a lemon on hand, you could also definitely use some water. Now all we have to do is combine everything. I've got an 8x8 pan here lined with aluminum foil, and now I'm just going to brush it with some melted butter. Now we're going to add in about half of our crumble mixture. And I'm going to press it down to the bottom of my pan so that it forms a nice even crust. Now that it's nice and evenly packed, we can add in our fruit and just spread this out into an even layer. Now we're just going to top these with some big clumps of our crumble. And what I like to do is I like to compact it a little bit in my hand and then crumble it up so that the pieces stay nice and large. Now our crumble bars are ready for the oven. Alright, my bars are ready to go. I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pop these in there for 35 to 40 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown. My mixed berry crumble bars spent about 38 minutes in the oven. They're nice and golden brown. And now I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to chill these bars until they're nice and firm, and then I'm going to cut them into big squares and I'll show you what they look like when they're ready to eat. My bars chilled for about 1.5 hours, and then I cut them into large rectangles, and now we're ready to eat. Alright, we're all done. Wasn't that easy? Now these are not for me, so I cut off a bit of the end and I'm taking a small bite just for testing purposes. Those berries are nice and sweet. As you can tell, the filling did not drip out at all, so our cornstarch really helped set everything up. They're nice and sweet, but not overly so. You can really taste the sweetness of the fruit shining through. That lemon juice really helped brighten everything up. It's oatmeal cookie layered with fruit. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. All the recipe instructions, ingredient quantities, all that good stuff is on my website, and jenskitchen.wordpress.com. Thank you guys for spending time with me, and I'll see you next time.